If I were to buy the full size, Pip, can you not fight a bird, please? I know I'm talking about Scentbird, but that's a different bird. Hey besties, and welcome back to another Monday video. On Mondays, we talk about super overly influencer sponsored products and MLMs. Pretty much all those products that people are saying this is the best thing that could ever happen to you, and reviewing how good the products actually are. Please don't mind, my cat is in a mood today. Pip has been overly clingy the last few days, so she's literally just walking in circles around me right now. So if you see a cat in this video, it's just Pip being clingy. It's fine. There are quite a few influencer hyped products that I have fallen for. This is one of them. This is one that I've been talked into, and I've been using it for years. Not consistently though. That's the important thing to keep in mind. Not consistently. If you are not familiar with Scentbird, Scentbird is a monthly subscription service. That's what gets me. Monthly subscription services get me every single time. It is a monthly subscription service where you can try out a travel size of a new perfume every month. When I signed up for it, another content creator here that, not technically my friend, but we're mutuals, she had a code. So I used her code. I believe it was like 3 months for $2 a month, something insane like that. It was a code that I'd never heard before. Now there's something very important to keep in mind with Scentbird. It's very much whether it's worth it based on your perfume needs, I guess would be a way to put it. When it comes to perfume, lately, for the last almost year, I've just been using the same scent. I tend to pick one particular scent and I stick to it. Back in high school, it was Michael Kors, and then it was Gucci by Gucci, which still my favorite scent of all time. If y'all happen to see Gucci by Gucci anywhere, please let me know. It's been long since discontinued, and it is my favorite perfume of all time. After high school, I started wearing Daisy by Marc Jacobs. That was my signature scent. Then I went on a journey to find a good perfume for me. As soon as I went blonde, I'm like, that scent was brunette Maya. What scent is blonde Maya? Aura by Terry Mulger was a big one. Urban Outfitters had a matcha one that I used to wear a lot. For the last few years, I kind of alternated between Fleur Missing Person and Tom Ford Vanilla Fatale. I'm still very obsessed with both of those, but last year, I ended up making my own custom perfume at Olfactory, and that's been my daily perfume since. To the point that I used up an entire bottle of it and had to get a replacement of my custom perfume. So what I mean is that I'm very much a find one perfume and stick to it kind of girl. But I do have a huge collection of perfumes. I love having a collection of perfumes. I love having perfumes associated with a particular memory or occasion. I have a specific perfume that I bought for my wedding. I plan to quite literally only wear that perfume for my wedding, and then maybe every year on the anniversary. It's a special occasion perfume. I like having that. I have a very sensitive nose. Scents can trigger migraines in me easily, but it can also trigger my memory very easily. When I subscribed to Scentbird, it was still their old cases, and if you've been subscribed for a while, then you know what I mean. This is what it used to look like. You do have to pay extra to get the case every month. That is the thing. If you do want to get it every month, you have to pay extra. I think that with the code that I had used, that I got a free case with it. But the old cases, which I like way better, if I'm being honest, you would twist it up, that would pop up, and that's the spray nozzle. The one thing I will say about this is that the scents that I chose, I did not listen to their scent quiz. I chose scents that I wanted based on, as dumb as it's gonna sound, based on the vibes. I used a lot of that. It's supposed to be a 30-day supply, and there is like nothing left in here. But as you may be able to tell, it's not a big bottle anyways. This was the Deck of Scarlet brand Solar Aura perfume. And on it, I did not just almost drop it. Honestly, still smelling it now, I love this. I never would have tried this if it wasn't for Scentbird. And as you can tell, I used up a lot of it. And just plop it back in, twist it closed. I loved this case. It would go great in your purse. This is what they come in now. Again, I have still paid the money to get a case each month. This case is a bit on the flimsier side. I don't know if you could see that, but it just went literally flying. So this was one of the David Dobrik perfumes that came in my Scentbird. And they just go into the Scentbird like so. You spray it, you keep it there. To lock it, you twist it. Again, you can just toss in your purse. I have a handful of Scentbirds easily accessible to me right now. I'm not sure off the top of my head where all my others are, but I'm gonna go over what I have. I think I only have one in the original container. The rest are all in these ones. So this was the David Dobrik perfume number 1. I really like this color case. You don't get to choose your case. They choose whatever color they're sending you that month, which I don't like that, but it is what it is. This is another Deck of Scarlet one in Maximalist. Oh, that smells really good actually. I have noticed I tend to like the Deck of Scarlet perfumes, and I never would have tried them if it wasn't for Scentbird, so I do have to give it credit for that. This is the Confessions of a Rebel Get a Room and Order Champagne. Also very good. Also very nostalgic smelling. I don't know what exactly this smells like, but it smells exactly like something. So you may be able to tell the vials definitely look bigger than the original one. Plot twist, they're not. They're skinnier, but they're longer. That's why they look bigger. If you read it, the original one and all of these are all 0.27 ounces. So don't think that because they changed the case that you're getting more perfume now. You're not. It's the exact same amount, just a slightly different shape so that you think you're getting more. Marketing tactic. That's not a negative comment about Scentbird per se. That's a negative comment about businesses in general. This is Hue by Hayley Kiyoko. If you don't know who Hayley Kiyoko is, she's a singer, an actress, a queer icon. We love to see it. And we have another Confessions of a Rebel in Bitch Please. It smells like buttered popcorn. It might just be my vial of it. When I actually spray it, it might not, but it literally smells like buttered popcorn. I do have one other scent. Again, these are just ones that I have easily accessible. I have more of them, but one of the ones that I have easily accessible is the Ariana Grande Cloud fragrance. And there's a story behind this one. One thing that you may have noticed about all these fragrances is, aside from the last one, the Ariana Grande one, none of them seem really name brand perfumes, if that makes sense. I do have a Versace Dark Crystal one, not Bright Crystal, Dark Crystal. I'm pretty sure I use that either all the way up or almost all the way up, but I don't know where that is right now. I have my Scentbird set up so that I will receive a new scent every 3 months, because that is as infrequently as you can do it, because I don't think I've gotten a scent intentionally and I want to say 2 years. There was once that I forgot to skip in time, so I got a scent from my queue, but I'm pretty sure I've tried to skip every single month for the last 2 years. Looking at my order history, other Scentbirds that I have somewhere that I don't know where they are. I got an Ash by Ashley Benson, Rise by Good Habit, Skylar Pink Canyon, which I did love that one as well. I wore that one all the time. That lived in my purse. I wore it to work every day for a while. I'm sorry, not Dark Crystal, it's Crystal Noir by Versace. And that one was a $5 upcharge. My current queue, so you may recognize some of these. The next perfume on my list is Dolce by Rosie Jane, which I do keep getting ads for. I put that on my queue because I keep getting ads for it. I do want to smell it. Not a perfume, Juliet Has a Gun, Dirty Hinoki by Heretic, Amber Vanilla by 7 Virtues, Nosferatu by Heretic, Rain by Commodity, Dirty Coconut by Heretic, Light Blue by Dolce & Gabbana, because it is a classic, Rain Day by Derek Lam 10 Crosby, because I love Derek Lam 10 Crosby. Their blackout one, top tier. And I did have another one in my queue that is out of stock now, and it was Not Your Girl by Deck of Scarlet, because I like the Deck of Scarlet perfumes. Let's look at what they actually have that you can choose from. They do have the brand Clean, the Clean Reserve, Versace Bright Crystal, limited time, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, limited time, Burberry Brit Sheer, limited time, Prada Candy, a classic, limited time, and an extra $20. If you only get the perfume each month, it is $17. You are literally paying double the price. This is what gets to me. This is my issue with it. It's an extra $20 for Prada Candy. Okay, okay. So 17 plus 20 is 37. If you go to the Sephora website, Prada Candy Travel Spray is $36. Okay, it's a $1 difference. You might be thinking $1 is not a big deal. If I'm already subscribed to Scentbird, what's the big deal? Scentbird is 0.27 ounces. As I can show you on any of my bottles, all the Scentbird ones are 0.27 ounces. The Prada Candy travel size from Sephora is 0.34 ounces. It quite literally costs you more money to get less perfume from Scentbird than to buy it directly from Sephora. Now they do have the classics. The Juicy Couture Viva La Juicy Gucci Bloom is an extra $10. A lot more Versace, some Ariana Grande, Victoria's Secret, some Burberry, Dolce & Gabbana, Juliet Has a Gun. Marc Jacobs Daisy is an extra $5. DKNY Be Delicious, which was my scent in, I don't remember if it was middle school or high school, but was my scent. That apple one. A lot of Burberry, a lot of Versace, a lot of Michael Kors, a lot of Gucci. No Gucci by Gucci though. If that existed, I would just buy it all. Britney Spears Curious is still available, which brings me right back to middle school. What year are we in? So let's talk about that original perfume that I really liked. The Deck of Scarlet Solar Aura full-size perfume on Scentbird is $120 for 1.7 ounces. It is the exact same price to buy it directly from their website, so I will give it that. But if you're buying the full size of a perfume that you tried a 30-day sample of, wouldn't you assume that you would get some type of discount? I feel like that would just be the logical thing to do. But no. One super positive thing about Scentbird that I'm actually quite happy with them for, they do, if you're subscribed long enough, give you free Scentbirds to send to people. That's how I actually ended up with the Ariana Grande Cloud perfume. That one was not one that I chose. I pretty much was at work one day and I mentioned to my coworkers like, hey, I have this as an option. Are any of you interested? My friend Jenny, who I love very much, Jenny, I love you, I miss you. She was interested, so I sent her the link. She signed up to try Scentbird for free. I think it was a month for free, maybe 2 months, I don't remember. But it was one fragrance for free at least. She used it for a few months and that was one of the perfumes that she got. She ended up giving it to me, not because she didn't like it, but because it smelled too much like her ex. Genuinely, picture getting a perfume and you're excited for it because everyone says wonderful things about it, and then when you get it, it smells like your ex. You're not gonna wanna wear that. She used the Scentbird subscription for a few months before she canceled it. And I realized something around that same time. That's around when I tried to cancel it because I wasn't using it. I get one scent and I stick to it. I tried to cancel and it wouldn't let me. When she told me she canceled, I'm like, how did you do that? Because it will not let me do it. Do I have to go onto a computer to do it instead of doing it on my phone on the website? She had to email their customer service to cancel it. There was no other way to actually cancel the subscription. Hence why I have it set up for every 3 months. And then I just postpone it every time that it rolls around. I'm not gonna lie, at one point, before I went to LA last time, I quite literally told my fiance, hey, I have a full size of the Fleur Missing Person, but I think I'm gonna put it on my Scentbird and actually get the subscription that month for it so that I can travel with that. I'm like, this will be a great travel size. I'll keep it in my purse in California. I was all set for that. I don't remember if there was an upcharge for Fleur Missing Person because this was last year, but since the perfume was very popular at that point, I want to say it was maybe a $10 upcharge, maybe. So it would have made it $27. It was $32 to get the actual travel size. I have the actual travel size. The actual travel size is 0.32 ounces, which is more than the Scentbird. My cat is causing a mass chaos and mass hysteria. Pip, what are you doing? Chaos, I'm telling you. In theory, Scentbird is great. If Scentbird was the actual travel sizes, I would swear by it. I would say absolutely. If it included the cases without an additional $10 charge, I would say absolutely. If Scentbird didn't upcharge you for any normal Sephora designer brands, I would say absolutely. But that's where everything lies. That's where all the issues lie. You want a case so that this delicate little vial isn't just floating around in your purse, leaking everywhere? That's an extra $10. You want a perfume that you've heard wonderful things about and have been wanting to try? Another $10. What's this? You want an actual travel size, not just a tiny little sample that we say lasts you 30 days? Sorry, we don't sell that here. You can buy the full size though. Oh, you really liked this perfume and you want to get it again? Sorry, you're gonna have to wait like 6 months before you can get the same scent again. Okay, but like you're making your money either way, so why does it matter to you? But also, how much perfume do you use? If it's a very light scent that doesn't last long, then you might go through the scent way before a month is over. If you don't use perfume every day, or if it's a heavy scent, it might take you 3 months to use up 1 vial of perfume. They say that they're sending you a 30-day supply, but how can they tell what a 30-day supply is? And then they go out of their way to make sure you can't cancel it. Not without feeling guilty, at least. Yes, I'm capable of emailing them to cancel. Would I though? No, and I feel like most people won't. I will happily send out free Scentbirds though. Happily send out free Scentbirds. Because might as well get my money's worth, right? They cycle through scents so quickly. That's the other dilemma. They'll have something, it'll be limited edition. If you don't get it in that month, you won't be able to get it. And like, sorry that my queue is quite literally through the year 2028 right now. And if you don't have more scents in your queue, they just send you what is generically the top sellers. So that's another thing to keep in mind. That's why I always do keep scents in my queue, because if for some reason I miss skipping a month, at least I know I'm getting a scent that I might enjoy. My honest Scentbird opinion, the deal that I got when I signed up for Scentbird was amazing. Like I said, I think it was like 3 months for $2, something insane like that. If you can get a deal like that, absolutely. It is not worth the full price. For the full price, you might as well just go to Sephora. Genuinely, get the travel size. If there's a perfume that you really want to try, go to Sephora, smell it, buy the travel size. Oh, I don't live near a Sephora, I don't live near a mall, I can't go in store. Okay. Buy a travel size online. Scentbird is not the only online source of perfumes, and $17 plus the cost for a case, because the vials are very thin, very easily breakable. A case is, I would not have one without a case. It just makes more sense to spend a few extra dollars, or in some cases less, definitely less per ounce, and just get the actual travel size. Scentbird ropes you in. They make it so difficult to cancel that you're gonna be getting charged all the time because you're not going to be able to easily cancel it. And I have issues with that. That's a whole different ballgame. I think that any subscription should be very easy to cancel. That's something that we need legislation on. I'll be honest, we need legislation for that. I think there was some at one point that they were trying to get passed and then it didn't pass. We need legislation on that. Protect the consumer. Would I recommend Scentbird to a friend? I did. I recommended it to one of my friends who I sent a free Scentbird to. She loved it until she realized that she didn't need that many perfumes and canceled it. I think Scentbird is only worth it if you can get free or discounted Scentbirds. I'm being 1000% honest with that. It is not worth full price. Is it a scam though? I don't think it's necessarily a scam because they tell you upfront what you're getting. They do lead you to believe it'll be a travel size, but it's not a travel size. It's smaller than a travel size. But they don't deny that. They tell you it's a 30-day supply. And when you're on the website, it does clearly say there's going to be an upcharge for certain scents. They don't advertise that when they're trying to push you to subscribe to Scentbird. But when you're actually building your scent queue, they do tell you that. So it's not a scam per se. They're very upfront about these things once you create an account. It's not like you think it'll be a normal cost scent and then you get billed and there's an upcharge. That would fully be a scam. I don't think that Scentbird is a scam, but I don't think it's worth it. To my followers, would I advise Scentbird? Probably not. Again, I've recommended it to a friend before who loved it, but overall, I would not recommend it. I would recommend getting the travel sizes instead. Also, I really wish that Scentbird would bring back their old packaging because it was way better than the current packaging. My camera battery is about to die, so to wrap this up, I would not suggest Scentbird. I wouldn't. I would say just buy the travel size instead. It's more cost effective, it's cheaper per ounce, it's, in my mind, the better bet. Again, Scentbird's not a scam. It's just not the most cost effective. What's your opinion? Have you tried Scentbird? Do you like Scentbird? Have you wanted to try it but never actually did? Did you try it and actually end up canceling your subscription? Because, hi, has anyone other than my one friend been able to actually cancel a Scentbird subscription? Because I haven't. Have you gone through one of their 30-day supplies of perfume? Do you think it lasts 30 days? If you have any experience with Scentbird, let me know your experience because I would love to know other people's experiences with it. Mine hasn't been horrible. It hasn't been bad. I just don't think it's worth it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe. I put out new videos every Wednesday, Sunday, and then alternating Mondays and Fridays. Mondays are MMM Mondays. We test overly marketed products and MLM products, seeing what's actually good out there so you can save your money and not worry about the crappy products. Sorry, my cat has decided to move. It's all about her. Sorry for the lighting change. Pip climbed into the shot and tried to bite me every time that I tried to move anyways. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
I don't know, but I've been told the world outside is oh so cold. So cold.